Mark Schlereth with us. Mark, seeing the Tua Tagovailoa thing play out, what were your thoughts as a former player and obviously as a current analyst?
Well, I will tell you this the whole conversation about concussions pisses me off anyhow, and you don't have enough time on this program for me to go into depth of all the things I feel and the slanted coverage that that people that hate football, plant from a media standpoint. I understand the egregious nature of what's going on. I understand how important it is. Here's what I would tell you about Tua is that players want to play football. That's what we do. And, I went through 29 surgeries and, I knocked myself out in almost every game I ever played in. So it was a different time, and I understand that. I also understand that your brain has enough plasticity and enough connectivity, I believe, to overcome a lot of injuries, just like your body does. If you play football, you're going to have brain damage. It's the way it goes. We all know going into it. It's just like if you play football, you know what? You're going to have a lifelong arthritic changes in your joints. That's the way it works, right? When you use or overuse an aspect of your body, those are the reactions you have. It doesn't mean that you're doomed or that you're going to have a life of misery. That's not the case. There are plenty of guys that I played with, plenty of guys that have brain damage that are very functional, very successful in post careers. Okay, but here's the deal: from a medical standpoint, somebody has to be the freaking adult, and players want to play. That's what we do. Over the course of my career, I had 29 surgeries. I had a surgery on a Sunday night. I got out of the operating room at about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I checked myself out of hospital at 11 o'clock the next morning, and I drove to the stadium and played in a Monday Night Football game.
Wow!
You tell me any doctor in America that would allow their son to do that, and I will tell you, there's none. But every NFL doctor allowed me to do it. So at some point, the medical profession actually has to be the medical profession. And they have to be the adults. They have to protect the players. And frankly, they shouldn't be employed by the team. They shouldn't be making money from the team because that is a conflict of interest. And you are going to give the major part of your attention to the people who are paying you the money. And that should not be the case. And it is the case in the National Football League. So, I hope that the Tua situation is a catalytic event that promotes change. I don't know that it will be, but I hope that it is.
Mark, thanks for the time. Fantastic answer. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Thank you. There goes Mark Schlereth, NFL on Fox, 104.3 The Fan, and he happens to be in New York right now, as you can